The truth about overcommitment, when you say, yes, I can do it, to too many things, and you start to juggle and you drop balls, things fall apart, what happens? Welcome in fam, much love, Trav here. So, I know plenty of people would say, hey, don't commit to things that you can't do, and put plenty of boundaries around your time, and all that's true and all that's good. But I want to challenge you today to think about what happens when you make massive commitments. On one hand, you might accomplish massive things. You might actually pull it off. But one thing I've noticed, when you say yes to more things, when you take on more projects, when you take on more responsibilities, whether that's take on more pets or have kids or take on a new side project or take on a new volunteer opportunity, take another side hustle, you just say yes to more and more things. Now I'm writing a book, have a YouTube channel, I've got a podcast, I've got another side, but all these things. When you say yes and yes to more and more things, then what ends up happening is you can't do everything, but you end up dropping the less important things. You stop playing as much video games, or you stop drinking or smoking as much, you stop scrolling as much on your phone, you stop stressing and got drama-ing, because there's just not enough time, there's not enough energy, right? When you say yes, I can do it to more things than you can even do, you end up just not doing the things that aren't important. And that's important to have a mechanism to naturally push the least important things out of your life. Because if you say, hey, I'm going to put many boundaries around my time, then you end up continuing to do low value, low productivity, low importance, low enrichment, low fulfillment activities. And it's not about working all the time, but it's about having the work that you do be really meaningful and important, and the activities that you choose to do be really meaningful and important. You can say yes to everything, you won't even be able to get everything done, but some things will get done, and those will end up being the more important things. Got plenty of books on my shelf over here, different people who have done a lot of things. One of them, Richard Branson. I don't know how this dude became a billionaire. It wasn't his goal. He just was doing cool stuff, and it sort of happened naturally. And one of the things that he would do is he would say yes and figure it out later. Like, yeah, we'll do this, but later we'll figure out how to do it. And that's a really cool way of thinking about things. When you're like, I'm not going to do it till I'm ready, and I know exactly how. Well, you may never know how, you may never know exactly, and if you don't have a strong impetus to study, then you won't study. But it turns out when, oh God, this is actually going to happen, we're actually going to do this, I'm actually committed to this, you find the time to learn how, in time, to get the project done. So, I'm here, I'm encouraging you to put more on your plate, to say yes to more things, to start more projects, and be okay when you drop some things slip through the cracks, but realize that ultimately those things aren't that important anyways. You say yes to 10 things and you can only do 5 things, you're left with the 5 most important things in your life. It's a way of straining, right? You got to strain and weed in your life, and taking on more commitments is a way of doing it. Now, you do want to put boundaries around your health and boundaries around your sleep, but it comes to a point where, you just go to sleep, you can't do everything. I want to encourage you to take care of yourself, but just think about it as a way, a filtering system. I say yes to a lot of things, and I realize, some of these things aren't going to get done, and it's okay. One of the things that is important for me is YouTube, though, so I'm going to continue with that. But for you today, comment down below, what's something that you should commit to that you haven't committed to? You could put it on your plate, but you haven't. Whether that's a relationship, or whether that's family, or whether that's a new job, or whether that's a side hustle, or whether that's a creative project, a book, or some pets or animals, or a new youth program you want to start, whatever it is. What's something that you should commit to, but you're just procrastinating? Commit to that. And then what's one thing in your life that if you had to give up, you would give up? Something fun, but that's, or not even fun, but something that just doesn't need to be there. That's a bad habit, you're not exactly sure why you're doing it, or you don't get that much out of it. What's one thing that you can drop in order to add a commitment that you really should make that's going to enrich your life? So, just encouraging you to make more commitment in your life. It's going to make for a better life, and you're going to get more done. And you're going to find out what really matters. So, comment down below. Appreciate you, much love, and talk to you soon. Peace.